to entrepreneurs. If you want to do something, do it now. If not, you will regret it. Catherine Cook, do it now. Those words are like a bolt of lightning, tearing through the sky of hesitation, illuminating every opportunity passing before your eyes. Time is like a river, rushing and relentless, never flowing backward. Those who pause to hesitate will see opportunities slip away like a small bird escaping from their grasp. And, if not, you will regret it. A reminder like a mirror, reflecting the future, showing an image of someone sitting at dusk, lamenting for not stepping forward when the path was wide open. For entrepreneurs, opportunities are like flames. They blaze brightly for a moment, before fading, if not seized in time. Act now, for only by turning ideas into reality in this very moment can you ignite your journey, instead of leaving behind a sky shrouded in the mist of what if. In a world that changes so rapidly, the only path to failure is refusing to take risks. Mark Zuckerberg. Imagine standing on a ship in the vast ocean. The waves shift endlessly. The winds change with every beat. And if you choose to stand still, sooner or later, the ship will be swallowed by the sea. This world moves like a runaway train, each moment sparking a new opportunity like lightning in the night sky. Those who dare to step out of their comfort zone, embracing risks, are the ones who can reach out and touch the sun of success. But those who shrink back in fear, clinging to safety, are no different from a dry leaf carried aimlessly by the wind. Risk-taking is not reckless abandon, but a courageous sail, propelling us toward the vast seas of creativity and discovery. It is in daring to move forward that we find the map to extraordinary things. A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Picture a road stretching to the horizon, veiled in the morning mist. That road may seem daunting, but with one courageous step, the endless journey suddenly becomes within reach. 1,000 miles is not a giant leap, but the accumulation of steady steps, each drop of sweat falling like dew nourishing the earth. That first step is like a faint light breaking through the darkness, heralding a radiant dawn. The beginning may be slow, even trembling, but it is the seed sown in a vast field, destined to bloom into a vibrant forest one day. In every journey, the courage to take that first step is the key to unlocking the door to the future. Your most demanding customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates, complaints, critical glances, and relentless questions from demanding customers are like stones tossed into a calm lake, disrupting our complacency. Yet, those ripples open new circles of opportunity. Imagine each harsh critique as a spotlight, illuminating the shadows we often overlook, revealing cracks in a ship we thought was flawless. If we listen, we can turn discomfort into a tailwind, pushing the ship farther and stronger. Easygoing customers may bring joy, but demanding ones offer priceless lessons, like a stern teacher shaping a student. Thanks to them, a business not only grows, but matures, refining every detail to achieve true excellence. Make agreements when you begin plowing the field. Don't wait to argue when the harvest comes. Picture farmers leading their oxen to the fields under the dawn's misty light. That's the moment to set agreements. Who sows, who tends, who waters, who reaps. For if you don't clarify from the start, when the rice ripens golden and heavy, the joy of harvest may spark disputes, like a sudden storm ruining a thriving field. Agreeing at the plowing stage is like sowing seeds of fairness and trust. So when the golden harvest arrives, everyone can smile under sun-worn faces, sharing the fruits without the shadow of conflict. In business, too, transparency and clarity from the outset are the keys to a bountiful, harmonious, and sustainable harvest. Winners never quit, and quitters never win. Vince Lombardi. Imagine an exhausted athlete, drenched in sweat after hours of struggle, legs trembling as if about to collapse. Yet, in that moment, willpower flares like a red flame in their heart, pushing them to take one more step, surpassing limits thought impossible. That resilience opens the door to victory. Conversely, those who give up midway, no matter their talent or opportunities, will forever stand outside the arena of glory, watching it slip through their fingers like sand. Success is not a path strewn with flowers, but a journey over steep slopes, sharp rocks, and storms of the heart. Only those who keep moving to the end deserve to stand at the summit, breathing the free air of triumph. Nothing is more essential in business than quickness. Joseph Addison. Like an arrow aimed straight at the heart of the marketplace, business is like a grand chess game in the market of life, where each move, fast or slow, can determine victory or defeat. Quickness here is not just speed, but the ability to catch faint signals, like the rustle of leaves in the wind, and see opportunities hidden behind the market's dusty veil. A sluggish entrepreneur is swept away like a boat failing to adjust its sails before a storm, while the nimble one can turn the tide, transforming rough waves into momentum. The business world changes by the day, by the hour, and quickness is the sharp eyes, keen ears, and ready heart responding in time. It's like a honed sword, both a defensive weapon and the key to unlocking a treasure trove of opportunities in a volatile market. Jack Ma's words: "We handle 60 million transactions a day. People don't know each other. I don't know you, I send you products. You don't know me, but you send me money." Paint a wondrous picture of trust's power in the age of e-commerce. Imagine millions of people scattered across cities, countries, even opposite ends of the earth, connected by a single click. The seller packs a product in a small room, trust-wrapped with the item. The buyer, a stranger, sends money like an invisible thread, linking two unfamiliar hearts. Those 60 million transactions are like 60 million beats of a global heart, proof that modern commerce is built not only on technology, but on the foundation of trust. In a vast, unfamiliar world, trust is the mightiest currency, turning the impossible into possible, strangers into partners, and mere clicks into shining bridges of trade. Never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Picture a vast field, seeds ready in your hand, but if you hesitate, waiting for tomorrow to sow, a sudden rain might wash them all away. Time waits for no one. It flows silently like a rushing river, carrying away opportunities and dreams of those who dawdle. Today's task is the brick laying the foundation for tomorrow's house. Miss one, and the whole structure wobbles. Procrastination seems harmless, but is a shadow silently stealing your future. Acting now, however small, is like lighting a candle in the dark. Its glow guides the way, dispelling haze and opening the door to tomorrow's success. Successful people aren't necessarily those who make the right decisions, but those who make their decisions right. In other words, they accept feedback and adapt. They embrace new information, are ready to change when needed, and never waver or act half-heartedly. Successful people don't cling stubbornly to a wrong path, but listen, taking feedback as mirrors that reflect and guide their adjustments. They're like sailors on the open sea, unable to predict every gust, but able to adjust the sails to steer the ship right. That flexibility is what propels them further. They don't waver aimlessly or act half-heartedly, but stay resolute in their goals while adaptable in their approach. Success, thus, is not a perfect straight line, but a winding path where strength lies in correcting course in time and turning obstacles into stepping stones. One of humanity's greatest mistakes is forcing themselves to be passionate about something. You don't choose your passion chooses you. Jeff Bezos. Passion isn't a coat you can casually wear or a role you force yourself into. It's like a mysterious flame in your heart, igniting naturally when it meets the right breeze, the right guiding spark. Many try to force love for a job or path, like sowing seeds in barren soil. No matter the effort, it struggles to sprout. But when true passion finds you, it feels like a sweet stream flowing through your soul, making every idea, every moment vibrant and alive. Passion chooses you because it's born to align with your essence, your talents, your soul. And once chosen, all you need is to nurture it, letting that flame guide you through storms, unlocking the door to true success and happiness. People don't buy for logical reasons. They buy for emotional ones. Zig Ziglar. People may use logic to compare prices or weigh features, but in the end, the buy button is pressed by emotion. A watch isn't just for telling time. It's a source of pride when worn on the wrist. A shirt isn't just for covering the body. It makes the wearer feel confident, more beautiful. Emotion is the invisible thread guiding decisions more powerfully than any logical calculation. Successful sellers understand they're not just delivering products, but stories, empathy, trust, and the aspirations customers seek. For behind every transaction lies not just a product, but a heart yearning to be fulfilled. We always learn from competitors about everything we can, but we never copy. For us, copying means death. Competition is like playing a game of chess. When we lose, we can play another round. Both players shouldn't aim to destroy each other. Jack Ma. The marketplace is like a vast chessboard where each business is a piece with its own strategy and identity. A wise player observes their rivals' moves, learning their strategies, but never becomes a soulless imitation. For copying is like stripping away the soul of creativity, the slow death of a business. Competition is about raising each other's game, like two skilled chess players creating a thrilling match where each move is a chance to grow. When you lose, you can start again. Failure isn't the end, but an invitation to a new game. And most importantly, competition shouldn't be about mutual destruction, but a fire that drives both to grow stronger, making the shared chessboard of the market richer and more creative. No great thing was ever achieved without enthusiasm. Greatness doesn't come from half-hearted steps or cold hearts. It springs from blazing eyes, burning hearts, and hands ready to sow sweat on the field of dreams. Picture an artist before a canvas. Without enthusiasm, the painting is lifeless strokes. With it, every color becomes rivers, mountains, a world awakened. Enthusiasm is the wind filling the sails for the voyage, the flame keeping feet steady through the dark, the lifeblood turning a small idea into a monumental work. Without enthusiasm, efforts scatter like ashes. With it, humans can turn the impossible into possible, leaving an indelible mark on the journey of time. The way to start anything is to stop talking and start doing. Walt Disney. Ideas, however brilliant, remain shadows in the mist if we keep sitting, discussing, calculating, delaying. Picture a painter before a blank canvas. They can talk for hours about the painting in their mind, but only when the brush makes its first stroke does the artwork begin to exist. Action is the first spade breaking dry soil, the first brick building a castle, the first line opening a book. Every great thing begins the moment we dare to stop talking and start doing. For only action turns dreams into reality and dreamers into creators. Your time is limited, so don't live for someone else's life. Steve Jobs. A bolt of lightning tears through the clouded sky of conformity, urging you to face the only true value, your own life. Picture an hourglass. Each falling grain is a moment never to return. If you spend it chasing others' desires, standards, or gazes, when the last grain falls, all that remains is regret. Each person's life is like a pristine canvas, and you are the only artist with the right to paint. Don't let others' hands hold the brush, turning your dream into a faded copy. Time is finite, and that very limit makes each moment precious. Only by living true to your heart can you leave a radiant mark on this finite journey. If it doesn't sell, I don't want to invent it. Sales are proof of utility, and utility is success. Thomas Edison. A simple yet sharp truth. The true value of creation lies not on paper or in ideas, but in whether society embraces it. Edison, the genius inventor, knew that no matter how intricate an invention, if it doesn't meet human needs, it's just a dusty museum piece. Sales aren't just dry numbers, but evidence that an invention lives in the world, making life better. Innovation must pair with practicality, like a seed that must sprout and bear fruit to be called useful. For Edison, success didn't come from creating something new for himself, but from making it a useful tool for everyone. If you want to grow, seek a great opportunity. If you want a great company, think about the problems you'll face before dreaming of success. Jack Ma. Opportunities are fertile soil for growth, but to become a towering tree, you must be ready to face storms. A great company isn't built on sweet dreams, but forged through sweat, failures, challenges, and countless tough problems. Success isn't a destination to fantasize about, but the inevitable result of continuously solving problems. A wise leader doesn't ask, "When will my company succeed?" but "What challenges lie ahead, and how am I prepared?" It's the courage to face difficulties head-on that paves the way for enduring greatness. If people like you, they'll listen to you, but if they trust you, they'll do business with you. Zig Ziglar. Liking is a fleeting breeze. It makes others pause to listen, but isn't strong enough to spur action. Trust, however, is different, like a sturdy bridge connecting two shores, enabling people to place their money, time, and future upon it. In business, you may win favor with a smile or clever words, but to turn favor into partnership, you need consistency, credibility, and action-backed proof. Liking is an emotion, but trust is a choice. And only when customers choose to trust you will they join you on a lasting business journey. I persevere with extraordinary tenacity as long as I ultimately find my path. Perseverance here isn't blind stubbornness, but a smoldering torch, lighting the way through the darkest twists of the journey. Your path isn't always clear. Sometimes it's shrouded in failure, doubt, or comparisons with others, but extraordinary perseverance, that unyielding will to keep going, turns each slow step into a solid foundation. Picture a miner patiently digging through hard rock. They may not see gold immediately, but each swing brings them closer to treasure. In the end, the path isn't something you find in a single moment, but something you carve through relentless effort. The more you seek certainty, the less you have it. But the more you seek opportunity, the more likely you are to achieve the certainty you desire. Brian Tracy. Certainty is like a shadow. The more you chase it, the further it slips away. Those fixated on finding safety stay stuck in a small circle, free of risk but void of growth. In contrast, those who step out to seize opportunities, embracing challenges, build the foundation for a secure future. That's true certainty, not given, but forged through courage and experience. Picture a mountaineer, standing at the base, seeking safety. They'll never see the summit, but by daring to climb, overcoming cliffs, each step becomes the certainty that they can reach their desired peak. You don't need a company with 100 employees to develop an idea. Of Larry Page. An idea doesn't need a vast army to sprout. It only requires a hungry mind and a steadfast heart. Today's giant companies once started in cramped garages, in small rooms with a handful of passionate people. What matters isn't the number of employees, but the strength of vision and persistence to turn ideas into reality. A small flame can still light up the night sky as long as it's fueled by belief and action. So don't wait for grand resources. Sometimes a single desk and a dream are enough to write a great story. If you're going to think big. Donald Trump. Thinking big isn't just dreaming of grand things, but seeing far, grasping the full picture, and catching the flow of the era. A big mindset opens doors to great ambitions. Entrepreneurs don't just envision a shop, but a system. Leaders don't just plan for today, but for generations ahead. Thinking big is like standing on a mountaintop. You see the entire forest, not just a tree, the whole horizon, not just a narrow path. For greatness always begins with a vision that transcends the ordinary. I believe about half of what separates successful entrepreneurs from unsuccessful ones is sheer perseverance. Steve Jobs. Ideas, talent, or opportunities matter, but they're just scattered pieces without perseverance to bind them. Success doesn't come from bursts of effort, but from the ability to keep going when weary, to rise after countless falls. Sheer perseverance is like a fire smoldering in stone, steadfast and unquenchable. It keeps entrepreneurs from quitting, letting them reach the destination impatient dreamers miss. It's perseverance that turns failures into lessons, ideas into products, and dreamers into true creators.